Let's check out that Juice WRLD upcoming snippet with XXXTENTACION. So, I know a lot of people were saying that the song was fake. Now, I understand why they say it was fake. First of all, the watermark, whatever it's called, a digital or the audio watermark, waterfalls at leaked CX. Like, you could barely hear the song. And the X part, as some of y'all already know, was from like an IG live where he was joking. I can't even remember what he said, but we can find the IG live where X recorded originally. But I think that he actually went to the studio and recorded the same exact words, because it doesn't sound like the exact same recording as the IG live. It sounds like maybe it got stuck in his head and then he went to the studio and recorded that, or vice versa. He went to the studio, recorded that, and it was stuck in his head, so then he was singing on IG live. You feel me? Also, it was from a song, the verse for Juice WRLD was from Inner Peace, correct? Correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm just as dumb. I'm very dumb out here. I'm kind of high right now, but regardless, let's check it out. Waterfalls.
Waterfalls
on leak.cx.
Waterfalls
on leak.cx.
Waterfalls
on leak.cx.
I can't even hear shit. Waterfalls. Waterfalls. I'm gonna have nightmares of waterfalls with like a hacker.
Waterfalls
on leak.cx.
Waterfalls
on leak.cx.
Waterfalls
on leak.cx.
I mean, it sounded for what it was. You could only like legitimately hear 2-3 seconds of Juice WRLD at the very end, and that's how people found it was Inner Peace. I don't know if it's the same exact beat as Inner Peace, because I'm not like a leak guy. I don't really listen to that shit. But let's find that IG live with the with X singing the same thing. I think it's called XXXTENTACION, You Know the Way. Is that what it's called? Is this it?
Hey, do you know the way? Do you know the way? Do you know the way? Oh my! Do you know the way? Do you know the way? Do you know the way?
Yeah. Why the fuck won't this show up on this motherfucking shit?
I think that he recorded it and then he was doing a freestyle, but he probably already had the chorus ready to go.
Do you know the way? Do you know the way? Do you know the way? Oh my! Do you know the way?
That's iconic. Oh my God.
Do you know the way? Do you know the way?
That almost reminds me of like Bob Marley. Do you know the way? Do you know the way? Do you know the way? That's crazy, man. X was actually so talented. Like, he started out this rapper doing super hardcore rage shit, and not in the new definition of rage, but like screaming, like super distorted and shit. And then he turned into what? He actually could sing? Like, how the fuck did that happen? He's crazy in a good way. That is pure talent. Who knew that a dude who was famous for being a rapper and beating people the fuck up would turn into like a singer like Ariana Grande? One of the biggest, that is. A dude who was independent and underground and like, I don't know, had his own masters and shit. No label help, just did it all himself. Like that's why people call X a legend. And I don't know why always like some people try to say people wouldn't know him if he wasn't dead. Like nah, I mean, then again, I lived in South Florida, so I could be biased, but he was literally a god to people in South Florida. I remember going to this club. I couldn't get in, but it was so packed, like literally fucking 2 streets or 2 blocks outside of this X concert, while he still had like the blonde half, or was it blonde? Like white, blonde, and black half. This is when Look At Me was still huge. He just, so many people were there. X was very known in the West. That's also true. Like in the LA scene, I feel like LA is just a music hub. Maybe not even necessarily for the actual artists growing up there, although that is true as well. But just, it's a very trendy city. Like the people who live there are up to date on all the newest music, whereas, you know, some place in fucking, I don't know, Oklahoma or Tennessee, like they ain't gonna be about it like that. Or even Miami. In Miami, people were really up to date on EDM and DJs, but not rap whatsoever. But like, so Yeet, I know we always talk about Yeet, but I'm trying to slow down here. Like his concert sold out, or like got overrun in LA. Like just LA is that spot. Then again, it is one of the biggest cities in the world, so. Although China, I think, has got like 10 cities bigger than New York, which is bigger than LA just because it's new or older. But still. Yeah, the Juice WRLD death definitely got me more than X, because I wasn't as aware of X as I was of Juice. Like obviously I knew who X was and I listened to him, but like Juice, I just got more into his music by that time, if that makes sense. Although question mark by X, like I still fucked with it a lot. Just Death Race for Love, Juice WRLD, and Goodbye and Good Riddance. Those were like classics. You heard about X when he died? Okay, well then maybe. There's no question that both Juice and X got more famous after they passed away. But I just hate when people say that the only reason they're big, like I low-key think that they'd be bigger than they are now if they were alive, just because of their trajectory. The deaths, like, yeah, like spiked it up, but then now their legacies are just going downhill because they're fucking labels. Like the snippet that we listened to at the beginning. It's bullshit. It's just so manufactured. Like the X and Juice collab, like we knew it was gonna happen eventually, just because it's the 2 quote emo rappers that passed away, and Lil Peep was there as well, but he was honestly more underground than Juice and X were. They were kind of like mainstream, but X and Lil Peep already collabed, so now X had to collab with the other emo rapper, Juice WRLD. So this was bound to happen eventually, so I'm not really that butthurt about it, but it's still just annoying. Like they legit took an IG Live verse. I know it's not straight from the IG Live, but it's like the same words. Like it was a meme song. X went in though, so gotta give him that. People just gotta make a remix with the original vocals, not the studio vocals, the IG Live vocals. Put some, all you remaster gods out there, just do that shit. I bet you will sound even better. Do you know the way? Do you know the way?